Good evening. I don't have any notes. This is going to be pretty quick. But I do want to say thanks a lot to Raz. I have many very close friends here at Ridley over the last 25 years, but Rick is a true friend. He's a true gentleman and a great person to have here at Ridley College. Could you give him a little something there? He's great. We traveled at least 8 times to British Columbia with rowing crews, and at least 8 times to Austin, Texas. And what goes on in those places is going to stay there, okay? It's going to stay there. That was a lot of fun. I want to just start off just by thanking everybody over the last 25 years that has made my ride here over that time period just a lot of fun and just filled with memories. And that's what I talked about at the Toronto, at the dinner over there. Those are the most important things to me, the memories. And many of you, all of you, have contributed over those years to just making my life more full. And I do want to thank Lynette in particular for not just putting up with me, but supporting me through all 25 years and making it just a great time for us, my family, and myself. So thanks a lot, Lynette. But I thought, I'm up here, might as well say a couple things. So I was just thinking about it, just eating that one lobster tail. I think what I'd like to just talk about is just very briefly my first few hours here at Ridley College. And it was in June 1984, and this is how bright I was. I was teaching in Toronto in the public system for 6 years prior to this, but I had heard that there was a math position open. And I sat in David Cosgrove's office for an hour until a nice lady told me that the interviews were over here. So I told her I was just, I told her I knew that I was just taking in the sights and sounds of Ridley. So I came over here, and Jerry Packard interviewed me. Kind of an intimidating headmaster, but a good guy and a good headmaster. And partway through, he said, I see you're a rowing coach. And I said, yes, sir. Yes, I'm a rowing coach. The schoolboy had just finished a couple days prior. How did you do? How did your crew do? I said, well, we won. We won, sir. We won. Were there any Ridley crews in that race? And I said, wasn't sure what to say. I said, yeah, there were. Do you know who the coach was? And I said, yeah, Rick Rasmussen. And Nat Caters took me on a tour of the school. I saw Nick Holmes just Stetner in the library. I know he had purple stuff all over, and that's all I remember. And my first class here, I walked down to room 34 where Rick Coy taught all those years, and there were 8 kids in the class. And I'd just come from a school in Toronto where I had an average of 37 kids in a class. And I thought, I think I can really like this. And the last thing I'd like to say is... Before I say this, I'd like to thank all the people in the math department over the years. It's been a great place to work. I've had a lot of fun with Nat Caters as head and Mike Hamilton. Thanks a lot. And the last thing I want to say is, the first day I was here, I went out onto the football field, and I was coaching with a guy called Keith Mawhinney. And Keith and I were, it's Neil's father, we became very good friends. He's a great guy. And I'll just leave you with this. And I thought, after I saw this, I thought, you know what, I like the tone of this place. It's the people that really make it great. Keith was out there with about 45 kids on second football. He introduced me, and then the practice went on for a few minutes. And then he brought all the kids in. He said, everybody, come on in here, come on in. And he said, a little bit tighter. I'm going, this is going to be like a Newt Rockney type thing. This is fantastic. So tighter, and there's 40 kids crammed in. I'm starting to cram in. And I thought, this is going to be a powerful thing. He said, just a little more, guys. And I said, thanks, and he lit a cigarette. It was windy that day. Yeah. Keith, wherever you are, New Brunswick, I love you. And again, thanks a lot to everybody. Thank you very much.
The next delivery. That was good.
Let us see.
There's pictures of Lowell with a pipe in class.
I'm not sure how this happened, but this is my pickup truck coming down the road.